Hello and welcome to this episode of Focus On with me, Kiamo Mosipele. Africa's cross-border payments landscape is on the rise and is estimated to reach trillion-dollar industry status by the year 2035. This episode of Focus On looks at the current cross-border payments landscape and how it is evolving to include financial and digital inclusion for the average African. We just come out of a very detailed panel discussion and announcement about the development of Globa. So I guess from the beginning or from the top, just tell us, what is Globa and what does it mean for financial inclusion?
Yeah, so thank you. Globa is FNB's cross-border low-value remittance solution. What it means for clients is that they'll now have access to over 120 countries. It gives them reach beyond pure bank accounts. Clients will now be able to send money to digital wallets. They'll also be able to access a rich network enabled by Mastercard's partnerships across the world. That will enable cash collection points. So it speaks to a need of clients to be able to send cash to beneficiaries, to loved ones across the world in whatever form factor, be it to account, be it to wallet, or otherwise be it for a cash pickup.
I'd also like to know what inspired the development of Globa and how does it fit in terms of FNB's broader financial inclusion strategy?
So Globa was entirely inspired by customer demand. So there's been a need in the market for a low-value remittance solution that speaks to the ability to reach beneficiaries in remote places in different parts of the world in a real-time basis within a trusted network, because clients obviously when they send money cross-border there's a lot of anxiety. So the trust that FNB and Mastercard brands bring to this solution should give clients a lot of confidence. The fact that it's real-time in nature means that the recipient will actually receive the funds and you'll know that your beneficiary actually has the funds in near real time. So it really does speak to a need of our clients.
I'd also like to know, in a world that is definitely pushing for a more interconnected experience, what is your special offering in the current cross-border payment platforms that are readily available?
Yes, so we have a variety of solutions available via the FNB app and available via online banking. So we have a strong presence on our digital channels. We have some solutions in the CMA via TCIB, where we're the only bank to already be live, offering real-time payments within the CMA region. But then Globa is just another option that gives real-time payments on a more global reach basis, looking out to, as I said, already about 120 countries. So a big play in terms of accessibility and just one more rail in terms of what we offer to our clients from a services perspective.
I understand you're also targeting the lower base in terms of remittances and cross-border payments. What are the customer pain points or specific needs you're aiming to address?
So the needs we're trying to address are the same needs that have been identified by the G20 reports. So we're hosting the G20 in South Africa at the moment, and there's a big focus from the G20 on cross-border payments. And the focus is all on speed, it's on transparency, it's on financial inclusion. So these are the key things, and this is what the solution addresses. So by being near real time, it speaks to the speed aspect. It's a low cost for low value remittances. It's really inclusive and it's totally transparent. So the pricing is available and visible right up front at the beginning of the transaction.
Staying on G20, how does this align with the G20 roadmap for cross-border payments?
So this aligns perfectly with their roadmap, and it also addresses all of the key issues raised by the G20. So the timing of the release couldn't be more perfect.
And I guess another question that I'd really like to explore is the very digital aspect and the speed at which this application will function. Just let us know in terms of the very or the initiatives you have in place to further develop digital inclusion.
Yes, so this speaks to that need. So I think one of the big frictions in cross-border payments has been cash. So using cash in the system, both in the first mile and last mile, does introduce friction for a lot of customers. And what this solution should address is it gives clients the ability to not have to withdraw cash to send it, but they can actually send cash directly from their account, and yet the recipient can receive in the form factor of their choice, so either in an account or alternatively in a wallet or at a cash out point. So the choice is now with the customer. And that should help promote financial inclusion and bring more people into the formal sector, allowing them to participate in these services.
we are at the announcement of a new product development between F&B and Mastercard, and this is where I really want to bring in your insights. With the development of this new global app, the greatest conversation is about cross-border payments and regional integration, specifically in Africa. So I just want to know about this partnership between yourselves and Mastercard, and how between yourselves and F&B, and how it fits Mastercard's EEMEA strategy for cross-border payments.
Sure. As Mastercard, our primary objective is to provide safe, secure, efficient, and transparent solutions to our consumers. Of course, while developing that, partners like F&B plays a key role with their local insight, local trusted brand, and local execution power. That's why, while we were developing this global product, it was very important for us to partner with F&B and bring this innovation into African continent. As for EMEA strategy of Mastercard, remittances is a big flows in my region, Eastern Europe, Middle East, and Africa. There are outbound corridors, there are inbound corridors, but most of my region, remittances even exceeds foreign direct investment, which means that they are lifeline for the continent. That's why digitizing these flows and providing our consumers safe, secure, fast, transparent solutions via partners like F&B is integral part of our strategy.
I think for me, what came to mind, or what struck me the most, is the global push towards an interconnected world, and the financial flows that are just showing just how much the new opportunity for global citizenship is on the rise. So I understand that Africa's digital payments economy is estimated to reach $1.5 trillion by 2030. How integral is the role of cross-border payments in this?
I mean, cross-border payments are integral part of our efforts to digitize payment flows as well as economies. You shouldn't look at digital only about cross-border transfer or payments. You should think that having access to services, because once your flows are being digitized, your data comes, and by using that, leveraging that data, our partners like F&B can give you access to much more financial services. Going back to your question about cross-border remittances, in South Africa alone, $850 million transfers every year abroad. So providing more efficient, more secure, more transparent solution is obviously an integral part of this digitization effort.
Yeah, I think also just looking at the current calendar, it goes without saying G20 is just around the corner, and the mention of financial inclusion and integration across the African continent is an obvious center point. So just taking into all of this and taking it into consideration, what are your core strategies or approach towards that core objective?
I mean, financial inclusion is not only an objective for Mastercard, it's a mission that we have been working on for the last couple of years. And we believe that having access to financial tools and benefiting from those to have a better life, a better future is a right to every consumer. And as Mastercard, we try to provide these solutions in a fast, efficient, affordable manner, together with partners like F&B, in a more inclusive way, is one of our primary goals. I believe in Africa, if you look at the developments lately, we are, with various partnerships like this one, are enabling, name it digital wallet partnerships, name it cross-border, name it contactless. We are trying to provide our customers choice and reach. And I believe South Africa is a good example of these efforts paying off.
Another question, and I think it's also something that was mentioned in the panel discussion, particularly looking at trust, but also the fast-paced movements that are happening in the fintech space. So I really want to bring you in as a regulated entity. How important is this component of trust, and I guess what is different about your offering that could contribute to trust?
I believe trust is not only important from regulatory point of view. Of course, as Mastercard, we provide solutions that are compliant with all the regulatory requirements in countries we operate. But trust is more than that. For example, trust is knowing that your money will arrive real time. Trust is knowing that that transaction will work safe and secured and checked by FNB, checked by Mastercard. All AML, sanction screening, compliance measures are being taken care of. Trust is even knowing that you are being protected without you even know that you are being protected. So in that sense, I believe for us, having a trusted brand like Mastercard next to a trusted brand like FNB is one of the best combinations in providing these services to our consumers in South Africa.
And that's how we wrap up this episode of Focus On, as we explored the rapidly evolving cross-border payments landscape in Africa. From me, Kiamo Mosipele, and the rest of the CNBC Africa team, it's goodbye for now.